um, the resolution, so I'm just gonna stream in 1080p. Alright, I think we're live, so everybody who's here say hi.
Greetings, I am AJ. You've heard me before.
Hello, I am Callsign Blaze. Nice to meet you all.
We're doing our YouTube names. Well, I'm Andrew Rogers then.
Mecca, you want to say hi?
Hello.
Alright, so I'm going to play this map. I've never beaten it solo. It's the one map I have not beaten solo. It's by far my least favorite. But I'm going to see if I can get through it. I've gotten to, I think, the third area, and then I jumped off like an idiot on solo, so, you know, I'm not the only person who does that, clearly. Wardog has done that, too. So, yeah. I guess I'll just start, because I don't think I need to change anything with my loadout. Nope. Alright.
What?
I still have the footage of the first time I played Nightfall. I wonder if anybody would want to see that.
Godfather to Sif 1. We've been fighting our way up the cryptid food chain.
That's actually not long.
We finally made it to the top.
That's like only 20 minutes ahead of like the actual time it is where I'm at.
Let's not disappoint them. Your team has been assigned a Cypher prototype. It's an optical scanner mounted on a modified drill chassis. Use it to scan the glyphs on those obelisks. The Cypher uses Cross's translation software to decode the ancestors' hieroglyphics. Use it to scan the inscriptions on those obelisks.
I need more of these shotguns. They're fun.
I'm a little tired, so this is gonna be fun, I'm sure. Oh, there's no obelisk here. That's odd. That's the first time I think that's ever been the case.
I know one thing later on, once I get a better computer, I'm gonna start streaming Kerbal Space Program.
Kerbal Space Program.
You play Perchance Killer?
Huh?
Do you play that game?
No, I don't have a PC that can run anything better than a game on Source.
Well, it can run right now. It can get slowed down with the post-processing system I use. It makes it look great, but it does slow it down.
Please don't be a phantom. Okay, just the mammoth good.
Phantom.
Not phantom, mammoth.
I still got ramen. Yes.
Ooh, I should.
Do you make them from scratch, or do you get the store-bought stuff?
Like making noodles from scratch? Hell no, I don't have those.
Well, not the noodles, but the ingredients.
Damn.
Like, I don't have time or the money to make that from scratch.
You know, when you put it that way, I probably should make it from scratch because it always tastes better when you take like chicken and eggs and celery thrown in there. I mean, not that that's a specific recipe, I was just like sharing things.
You know, I actually haven't made ramen with celery yet. I might do that.
Oh, come on. $100? That's it? I just need $100. Ugh.
Tofu is a great option because it helps absorb some of that salt.
Some what?
You know how that salt base, or that soup base has a lot of salt in it? The tofu helps to, like, absorb some of it, makes it more well-rounded in flavor.
Well, I always do tofu. I rarely never do not do tofu in it. Ooh. Everyone okay?
Mostly.
Alright.
Yep. Okay, cool. Because I just dropped my dropped my
Alright,
freaking
so
controller.
in about a second, I need to know if you guys can hear this. Can you hear that?
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just my fan, it's on low.
Oh,
I can't hear it.
okay, well then no.
Okay, good.
Dive bombers!
Really? Another trophy system? I mean, I like trophy systems, but like, good lord.
Quick question for you guys. What's your favorite kind of tea?
I don't like tea.
I don't like tea either. I
Green
like iced tea. Does that help?
Yes, it does count.
It's a mix. I got jasmine tea, green tea, black tea, oolong tea. Those are a couple of them.
KC likes sweet tea.
That too.
I like peppermint tea, orange pico, and Earl Grey. That's mainly because of Patrick Stewart. The Earl Grey, I mean. Alright, let's see if I can finish building that fighter jet I was building. Oh, and I did the jet paint style is going to be that of Jester from Ace Combat 7.
Who's Jester?
The yellow MiG-29 you fight in
Oh. Yeah.
Mission 2.
Well, you mean the yellow MiG-29 you shoot while he's on the ground?
No, I was a bit more honorable and just waited till he got to here, then I shot him down. Got his hopes up, I mean.
Yeah, I always shoot him while he's on the ground. Hey, better to bail to eject while you're, you know, on the ground than. I don't know.
Actually, if you're on the ground, you have. I think you're more likely to get injured, isn't it? Because you have less chances to drop.
I don't know. I'm not a cosmetologist.
What? Do you mean avionics scientist?
Who says?
But I think cosmetology is a different subject altogether.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do.
It's oh shit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Like a boy.
Are you okay?
I'm about to not be. Oh boy.
Okay.
And now it's becoming super windy. Oh god. What? Why do I always do this? I always go up to the mammoth. It's such a stupid idea, and yet I always do it.
Sometimes we cannot
cheating.
escape our common habits, even if those habits prove detriment.
Alright. Who's ever heard of a game called Steel Lancer Assault International?
I have no idea.
Like a mech game. Sounds like a mech game.
It is. It was kind of like an arcadey, high-speed, high-maneuver. Basically, it's like a fusion of Mech Warrior and Armored Core, but a lot faster.
It's a 4th generation Armored Core fast.
That's fast.
Well, let me see. Well, I can basically spin around and attack half the map in less than like 30 seconds. Like I can zip past a lot of actual machines.
Well, I don't really know. I don't really know the context behind that.
In comparison, I don't know because I don't know the actual size of the mechs themselves because it's a kind of a game set in a digital frontier kind of situation.
Yeah.
Kind of like Formula Front is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Formula Front. I missed that game.
I have it on my PSP emulator, by the way.
In other words, basically the one Armored Core game that's actually lighthearted.
Yeah, because it's all just.
What is
Hey,
this mystery you speak of?
Max, like, hey, mechs have become basically competition, have become like fun little competitions now that people can watch, and governments seem to be running everything smoothly now. Holy crap, she died fast.
Was a single mammoth. Oh my god.
I love White Glen. I fucking love this mech. Who died fast? Primitive Light. Fucking... Thing is, she is a heavyweight mech, and she's resistant to bullets. But the thing is that she's a heavyweight, and she's in the middle of these tight corridors, and she has, like, no maneuverability. If you pilot an ultra lightweight with a blade, you can destroy her instantly, and the White Glint is literally designed for blitzing people. So, it's the perfect mech for this mission, and you always S-rank it.
Okay, let's just get the first obelisk done.
Like, heavyweight mech, super slow, not resistant to laser blades, and she's stuck in the tight corridors, versus probably the fastest mech in the entire game that also happens to wield the strongest blade. It's so one-sided. It's the perfect mech for this mission.
We're gonna give her a brownie treatment.
No, I just gave her a treatment that's even worse than that of Brownie. Like, at least Brownie got hit with a missile and got blown up. She had her mech disabled and is probably suffering from radiation poisoning before dying.
Well, I mean, Jackson went through a pretty shitty fate in Modern Warfare Remastered.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. Yeah, that's a terrible fucking fate. Also, I ended up finding out, the Sergeant... It's funny that I mentioned White Glint when you ended up talking about Modern Warfare, because as I ended up finding out... Sergeant, right? I can't remember his name.
Holy?
The guy who led you out of the leads you out of the Chinook.
Griggs.
Yeah, he's voiced by David Sobolov, the guy who voices the pilot of the White Glint.
Yeah, I think you got the wrong guy. You might be thinking of Vasquez, or you mean the guy who falls out of the helicopter?
I don't think it's Vasquez.
Griggs is voiced by a rapper, I'm pretty sure.
Might be the wrong guy. Hold on.
Who's
Really? Already Scorpions? The guy who voices Griggs.
It's Vasquez. Yeah, it's Vasquez.
Okay, that's what I thought. So that's a lieutenant, not a sarge.
I haven't played COD 4 in a long time.
Well, yeah, but
AJ,
saying sarge didn't help.
AJ,
Yeah.
can you tell me who the rapper is? I'm just curious.
For Griggs.
So who, what now?
The voice actor for Griggs.
Good work. When the cipher has
Hold on.
collected enough data, it'll break the encryption on the gate controls.
Vulture going on.
Mark Grigsby.
I have no idea who that is.
Pursuit. Jam.
I don't want to see come back. You know what game I want to see?
What?
A new Def Jam game.
Def Jam 5 for New York is one of my personal favorites.
But I want to
I
see
remember
rap.
my uncle used to talk to me about that game, and how I would literally always pick Electra no matter what playthrough I was doing.
They should make a new one with a new plot. Regular, actual good rappers versus mumble rappers. I would love to watch Tech 9 beat the crap out of Takashi 69.
Keep him off the drill, it's almost there.
Sounds like there's some bias right there.
I mean,
I don't like mumble rap, I'm sorry.
I don't know any of the people he just named, but when it comes to liking and disliking mumble rap, I am 100% with Cross right here.
It's not rap.
Yeah,
I mean,
mumble
you can't
rap sounds
understand
dumb. I agree with you with that.
Sky has that shit on in the background so much when we're playing, and it annoys the shit out of me.
Like, honest opinion, I'd rather listen to old school rappers any day.
All I
Like,
listen
hell,
to is
Google Plus
basically
most-
Eminem.
Well, I listen to Eminem, Busta Rhymes,
Venom.
Talib Kweli, old school Kanye, not before he went nuts after his surgery. Twista, Tech, bit of Dre, a lot of Snoop. Snoop is hilariously awesome. There's a lot there. Especially when everyone's like trying to get on him for hanging out with Martha Stewart. But I'm like,
Snoop is a meme and he knows it, and he has no problem with it.
yeah. And the best part about it is he's not afraid to hurt you too. Remember, he went to trial for murder.
Honestly, if I listen to any rap,
what?
it's from
What
like
the hell
the
happened?
mid 2000s.
I don't remember exactly, but it was a big thing back in the 90s. He was in trial for murder. They didn't have enough evidence, and he got off.
All right, so far so good.
Like, Snoop is pretty badass, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, one of his bodyguards shot him. Huh.
Hey, that's...
They're dive bombing!
Oh god.
Bomber
Where?
incoming!
Okay, that's one.
We've got hostiles attacking
So here's the question for
True.
both Killer and Matt Content. What is a game that most people don't like, but you do?
Ace Combat 6.
Most people don't like. Most people like Ace Combat 6.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no opinion because I actually haven't had
Assault Horizon?
Maybe. I don't really play Assault Horizon, so I don't really play it much right now, so...
In terms of, now my view on Assault Horizon is this. In terms of an Ace Combat game, I don't like it. But if I view it as a standalone game, it's fun.
hostiles attacking the drill.
I can see that.
There are at least a couple things in Assault Horizon that I actually like from it.
Oh, well,
Although,
the Call of Duty
Black
Ghosts.
as you were playing it, that didn't occur to you.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm trying to think. A game that I like that others didn't like. I'd have to say probably the Armored Core series because it's a very niche game,
Take that gargoyle down!
and people misunderstand the game, misunderstand the gameplay in there because 80% of the gameplay comes from not duking out your mechs, but building.
Yep.
And you
That
don't
is
have-
kind of sad. You know, the thing is that Armored Core is such a small niche fan base that's been carrying it for all these years, and it's kind of sad.
Well,
And
go ahead.
No, you could finish first.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I think after HTech went out of business, and then From Software, they kind of carried the title and they reinvented the game. But what's sad is that after they reinvented the game, I don't mind Armored Core 4 and 4A, but I really do miss the Armored Core 3 and Silent Line gameplay because I thought that was a nice blend between arcadey fun and some engineering. And in the Last Raven series, they started getting more technical. They started getting a little bit too technical, and I noticed that when they went from that to 4 and 4A, that they kind of stepped a little bit back from the technical side and made it. Well, I wouldn't say they stepped back from the technical side. But they made it more fast paced, which made it more arcadey again.
Yeah, when it came to some of the older Armored Core games, at least from what I've noticed in gameplay, it's that. And the older Armored Core games are more methodic and slower, and you have to put a bit more thought into some of the things you were doing. 4 and 4S, on the other hand, like, the older Armored Core games are more strategic-based, while 4 and 4S are more reaction-based. Like, the tactic isn't going to come down to how you're going to approach this room with certain enemies. It boils down to how fast can you react to them, and how fast can you react, how many actions can you perform at once.
God, Nimbus didn't do that.
Nimbus most definitely does do that, though. It's just very easy to react because of the easy controls.
So I have a curious question now.
Yeah.
What game and its sequel made you feel like it was way too big of a jump in control?
Ace Combat Assault Horizon.
A way too big of a jump is most definitely the Armored Core series. The difference in controls between between a 3rd generation Armored Core and 4 and 4 Answer is fucking massive. I can't play Armored Core 2 and Armored Core Silent Line. I just can't. The controls are so weird for me and I can't get used to them. But 4 and 4 Answer, I got used to them in less than a week.
I kind of wish you were like my next door neighbor, and I'd probably show you how how I got used to the controls in Silent in the 2, 3, and Silent Line because
Do you use the? Sorry, go ahead.
I was like from Armored Core 1 up until like Last Raven, the controls were all the same. It's nothing against AJ. I just I guess because I learned it at a younger age, it just kind of goes on from there. I will admit the controls on there, if you're not good at like holding multiple buttons at the same time, you will be screwed over. Because you're perpetually using like the X button, tapping the X button to jump and boost. And like to use your boosters efficiently, you had to tap the X button on boosters, otherwise you can't.
Yeah.
At the same time, you're trying to use your left and right analog sticks along with your left and L1, R1 buttons to either to pretty much aim. Yeah, pretty much go left or right, and surprisingly, the control to fire was actually the square button. So you constantly had your thumb on the X button as well as tapping down the square button, and the triangle button, I believe, was to switch weapons. And circle was blade, I think. Does that sound about right, AJ?
Circle is blade. I can't confirm. I actually tried to play a Silent Line a few days ago.
Holy crap! Man, I must have played that game a lot if I can remember the controls like that.
Do you still have your PS3? Do you still have some Armored Core games and working consoles for them?
Yes, I do. Well, I'm going to assume yes, because I can definitely say for the games, because they're actually on my shelf. As for, like, the consoles, wasn't Armored Core 2 and 3 a PS3 titles or PS2?
Armored Core 3 and... Okay, yeah. Armored Core 2 and beyond PS2 titles.
Okay, so yeah, oh wait, I don't have a PS2 anymore because I loaned it out to a friend and he never got it back.
Do you still have your PS3 and 4 and 4 Answer?
I got PS3. I think I have 4 and 4A. I think. I might not because I may have traded it in, but I may have bought it again because it was so cheap like a few months later. I mean, I like the game a lot. I never got all the FRS like you did, which is, hats off to you. That's not easy.
Oh my god, you have no idea. It's a fucking nightmare trying to get all the FRS in this game. And the worst part is, you can't... Yeah, FRS.
What is FRS?
I don't know what the acronym actually is.
Think of them as, like, tuning points.
Yes.
Okay.
And the funny thing is that I think I already said this to Mekabaka. But at the time, it was like, oh, I would do like S rank this really hard mission and only get like 6 points of FRS. Like, what's the point of that? But then you keep doing more and more missions. You keep S ranking missions, and all those FRS points start to pile up. And I did a new playthrough of Armored Core 4 Answer just a few days ago because of how quickly and easy it is to beat it. The difference between, like, a maxed-out FRS mech and a mech that has, like, 100 or so FRS is absolutely massive.
Yeah, it adds up.
My mech... Like, I go back onto my mech with full FRS again, and I'm surprised at, like, bullets I'm taking I'm doing, like, a quarter of the damage they did previously. My generator has, like, double the capacity. My primal armor recharges so quickly. My boosters are super fast. Like when you max out, when you get the max amount of 442 FRS, you can put like hundreds of points into all the things you need, and then have over 200 points left to spare. Just toss them into something. Like you could put all of your FRS points into primal armor and lock speed, and use a tank build, and you can have incredibly solid defense while having an incredibly solid defense while having lightning accurate offense, and your enemy basically can't dodge, while the little hits that are landing against you aren't even doing any damage. And especially when I ended up doing Occupation of Arteria Carpals, which is the hardest mission in the game, it took me like 7 attempts to beat that mission on normal with a mech with around 100 FRS. But if I do that mech with max out FRS, like 442, I can always do that mission in my first try consistently.
Scorpions, look out!
Actually, now that you're even talking about controls, that reminds me, I've actually been meaning to play 4 Answer, but switch my control scheme to the one in Armored Core 4, so that I don't have to get used to the different weapon switching mechanics. Actually, I think I'll do that right now. 4 Answer's a very short game, I can do that.
4 Answer. 4 has better controls than 4 Answer. I'm just gonna put that plain and simple.
I don't really see the difference between any of them. They have different weapon slot switch buttons, and that's about it. Granted, Armored Core 4 does have a way better targeting system, so yeah.
Oh, I think the only thing that can make AJ happier is if they actually made a giant net suit. Like an actual functional one with laser cannons, rail cannons, whatever, the whole shebang.
Mine would probably be like a tank. I don't know. To be honest, I just find the tank leg to be much stronger than the bipedal when it comes to certain missions.
No, that's what they're designed for. Actually, I remember back in the Silent Line days, like, I think the only reason why, well, I did notice in the Silent Line, like 2, 3 and Silent Line, when you get the Human Plus cheats, that once you got those, it was kind of pointless to have tank legs, and they kind of, but when Last Raven, they took away the Human Plus thing, so tank legs became viable again.
What the hell in that? What? Excuse. What the fuck?
What?
I definitely just threw that knife at the Phantom and it didn't do it. Jack shit. Oh, well, I just fucking wasted a flare and 2 hypno knives. Wonderful.
Damn it. Those gates are reinforced with some
Hypno
kind of magnetic
knives?
barrier. The field is
Yes,
impassable
hypno
from this
knives.
side. Find a way to disrupt the field's power
How does
supply.
that work?
You throw a
Sounds like
knife at an alien and if it hits, it makes it friendly.
And does it kill him?
No, it doesn't kill him.
So it's like, oh, you stabbed me. I'm your friend now.
Yes, exactly.
But like, are they your allies forever, or do they eventually die?
Well, they'll just die randomly. At least I think that's what happens.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. FRS stands for Fractional Regulation System.
Basically, you can't have a certain amount of weapons in your aircraft because we don't want you to. At least that's what I'm assuming. I never even had to worry about whatever FRS is.
Yeah, that's because it only really applies to like certain aspects. Like, the thing is, you can use FRS to tune your weight so you can have more equipment on it, but honestly, it's like, there's no point in even putting that in. Anybody that knows their shit when it comes to building mechs in this game can easily build a mech with all the weapons they want and will possibly need on it without having to put anything into the load. So,
Or in my case, expend them so quickly that they automatically eject.
yeah, that works. Yeah, especially in certain cases where... The thing I love about 4 Answer as well is that they kept it... Regular A, regular B. Jump and fly... I swear, I wonder what the control scheme was for Armored Core 4. Switch right, switch left. Overboost is triangle? Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright, so it's regular A. So I believe that's how it is.
Regular assault, regular this, regular that. Chili powder.
Yes, please try to attack my character with a shield around them, not my droideka. I'm not flying a droideka. You can't fly droidekas, that's not how it works. Well, unless you're an arsenal bird, then you can.
Arsenal bird.
Yeah, the arsenal bird is basically a droideka, a flying droideka.
But you can't pilot it. Because
Well, I mean, droidekas are droids. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to pilot them.
But then again, so was the Falcon and the Ravens, so...
Yeah,
Oh,
but they have cockpits.
Raven doesn't have a cockpit.
Well, the Raven doesn't, but you can control it.
You get what I mean. Anyway,
I may get what you mean, but that doesn't mean I mean what you get.
what mech? All right, Mechabaka. Mechabaka? What mech do you want me to choose? GA, Interior Union, Omer, or Independence? GA is a heavyweight mech with bazooka and.
Play through the game of the reverse joint mech.
That's a good idea.
I like Omer.
Omer's the best mech by far, yeah.
Yeah, and Omer are a bunch of dickheads like me.
On a totally unrelated subject, I just found a set of photos, which are awesome. It is Lord of the Rings lightsabers.
Send them.
What? Why would you put an ACOG sight on a submachine gun? I don't get it.
Yeah, the Omer Land Seal is by far the best mech in the game, and it's also, I believe, the cannon mech from what I've read.
You know who else is a cannon mech?
Like gun cannon?
Cannon mech, I guess the particle cannon from Nimbus?
Probably. Now, why the hell did it give me a submachine gun with an ACOG sight?
Because it hates you. Because it hates you and doesn't want you to have fun. Anyway,
Like Ace Combat 7.
So, if Mecha wanted me to do a reverse joint,
What the hell?
actually, reverse joints aren't acquired until the end of 4 Answer, where defeat Unsung. So, fuck.
Oh, okay. Quad leg?
I can do quad legs. At least I can try.
You may try.
But yeah.
But you cannot deny where you come from.
Customize build, you know?
Huh?
Are you customizing your build right now?
Well, yes and no. I'm starting a new game at 4 Answer because I want to change my control scheme and get used to the one from 4. Just so I don't have to constantly keep switching controls whenever I pop from game to game.
Are you
And
use the overboost system, or are you use the floating turret system?
Well, this is 4 and 4 Answer. It is both.
Really?
Dude, you really do need to play 4 and 4 Answer at some point. The mechs are PS3. 4 and 4 Answer are both for PS3.
I'll look it up. I'm also. Ah, wait, we forgot to order that game. Because April wants me to play the Evil Within 2.
We had to get Steiner.
I'm sorry, what game she wanted to play?
Well, she wants me to play the Evil Within 2, and she wants me to stream it. We don't have it yet.
That seems like right up your alley.
I'm amazed you haven't played 4 and 4 Answer. In my opinion, they're the best in the series.
Wait, I was talking about the Evil Within 2, though.
I know, but we're referring to 4 and 4 Answer right before that.
Yeah, like, I need to get those, but I don't have that. Wait, is Armored Core 5 good?
No!
Probably.
5 and Verdict Day are really friggin' slow. They are not good.
More weapon parts.
The only good things that they have about them ties directly into 4 and 4 Answer, and that's literally it.
Kind of how I felt about Front Mission Evolved.
Yeah.
I have a slightly differing opinion, and that is I have to agree with the developers of the game. That is 4 and 4A were designed all around speed and all that, whereas Verdict Day and 5, they were designed around like slower pace, more like strategic, more like tank-like builds, you could say.
Mecha, you should check out the Front Mission series. You might like them, man. It's a RTS. It's not RTS. It's more like a
turn-based
RTS.
I played them. It's kind of. I remember playing the one that was on PS1, or I can't remember if it was Front Mission 2 or Front Mission 3.
Front Mission 3. Well, Front Mission 2. Yeah, Front Mission 2 was Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a working computer, a decent computer, get a PS2 emulator, and there's a website. I'll send you the link later that has the fan patched Front Mission 5.
Oh.
Because it never got released in America.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really good too. Like, I loved it. Like, it's a huge jump from 4.
Oh, how so?
So you know how 4 was always just people's photos and text and a dialogue?
Yeah.
In 5, there's actual people talking to you.
As opposed to fake people?
that hurt my brain a little bit.
I was half expecting you to say, "Listen here, you little shit."
You little shit.
You know, that would have been a good response.
It would have.
So listen here, you little shit. No, but instead of just 2D photos, it's all 3D models talking to you. The cutscenes actually have really good, decent dialogue, and your mechs are represented in each cutscene. The weapons are much, all the mechs and details are a lot better. The missions are less confusing and a lot more. Actually, can actually really grow in toughness. Like when I first played 5, I actually lost the first three missions. Because I wasn't doing it correctly. The plot's actually really good too. Like the plot doesn't just center around a conspiracy. The plot centers around 3 guys who grew up being in a war-torn section of the city. Two of them gets severely burned from a bombing as kids. They grew up to be the same team, in the same squad, and the second mission, the enemy unit is the 3rd guy. And it goes on there, like it goes on with mind control. It goes on with overpowered machines. There's one mission I did enjoy where you got to defend the base, but all the enemies have jetpacks.
That must have made it a bitch to track him down. Dear God.
Well, they use it to jump into the area.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really use it that much to jump around.
Guys, K7 or a melee?
Trust your instincts, Luke.
Well, light machine gun or submachine gun?
Submachine gun, better accuracy.
Alright. I guess we'll leave that there then.
Light machine gun, shoot through the walls.
No, light machine gun. Shoot everything in your sight. Randomly.
Alright, I'm taking the LMG.
Oh, dear Lord.
Wait a minute, the LMG can shoot through walls? I thought that wasn't the case. I was just being sarcastic.
Well, I mean, there's armor-piercing ammo.
Oh.
And also I like Mecha's typical advice of just shoot, and as long as you don't see it, you're still good, or whatever the hell.
It was a really bad video game jump.
No.
What?
Parasite 2 to 3.
I never played 3, so I can't say. And
don't. It's actually one of the worst Square Enix games I've played.
I believe
That's
it.
saying something.
Who else thinks Life is Strange sucks?
Huh?
Who else thinks Life is Strange sucks?
I played 20 minutes of it. I got like, okay, this is not my alley. Someone else might like it, but I won't.
I don't know. It's interesting. I like White Light's review of it. It's like, it's just, I can't, like, I don't know. I don't get it. It's a weird game.
Holy shit.
What?
What happened?
What?
My aunt just won $10,000 at Foxwoods at the slot machine. How the fuck?
Oh.
Just got a call. Oh my god, that was awesome.
That may be true, but how much money did she spend over her life?
100.
$100?
Yes.
No, I meant over her lifetime.
Very, very little. She uses 100 every now. She occasionally uses 100 every now and then. Go in there. Mostly because she used to work there a lot. Alright, I'm gonna add some more rifles and machine guns to this thing.
Oh, I missed this game.
I heard you guys talking about it. What the fuck?
I'm talking about Tenchu right now.
No, I thought you.
Tenchu was great.
Tenchi Muyo?
No, Tenchu.
It was a yeah.
Okay,
ninja
but
game.
Tenchi Muyo, or is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's not the same thing though.
Yes, but the anime. Do you know which one I am talking about?
Yes, we do.
The Tenchi Muyo, Tenchi Tokyo, Tenchi Space, Tenchi
Oh
War,
yeah, yes.
Gemini.
Whatever one Ryuko is in that April likes.
Ryuko.
That's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Fuck's sakes. Is there any easy way to ask?
No.
No.
No, the question. Okay, Andy, the question you just asked is like, which anime has the guy who's chasing after a girl? And then after that, you ask like, okay, which one's the one where he's chasing after a girl and there's a giant robot? That's basically what you asked.
Isn't that like every anime in existence?
No, not really.
Just most of them?
Well,
Just like half of it, just like one genre.
Creature down.
Like, but it's actually a very dark anime. It's not even horror either. It's just psychological. What the fuck? It's called Aku no Hana.
Okay, getting used to these controls is going to take some getting used to, but it's definitely not something out of my comfort. Definitely not something too far out of my comfort zone.
Hey, I had the same reaction on the first, on the first line of what you just said. It was the second line that was different. I was like, holy shit, this is way out of my comfort zone.
The Cortex is the key to unlock the secrets of the ancestors.
Really? Two gargoyles? Gargoyles. Reloading. Really? Phantom? The Phantom Menace? I guess that's what you could call these aliens, couldn't you? Reloading!
Yeah, you don't really want to call out reloading in the real world, but that just depends on your training.
When I do that, I just think of Left 4 Dead 2. Like, oh my god, they call out reloading so much in that game.
Well, of course, it's Left 4 Dead. You're fighting zombies, and you're using fully automatic weapons. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. From what little I was taught, the guys that are teaching us they said like if you know you reload, just call out cover, as in, like, cover me while I whatever something is that crap.
Cover me, I'm reloading.
No, just say cover. There's a couple reasons why.
I was quoting Killing Floor.
I'm pretty sure more games than Killing Floor have that quote.
I can't think of that many others.
Come on, Tesla! Come on, Tesla! Why are you not shocking the enemy?
Probably Call of Duty, that series.
Oh, most definitely. That was stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially on the mission of no Russian.
No, not that one. In fact, I don't think they ever say it on that mission.
No,
Oh my god! Why is there so many enemies on this map?
Enemy air support on the move.
Oh yeah, enemy air support on the move. That's helpful.
Because he's actually playing Skyrim and he disregards for stealing one piece of chocolate.
No, you stole a sweet roll.
There was chocolate inside the sweet roll. We can agree.
Okay, well
said-
then, that little mini nightmare is over. That's wonderful.
Bomber up high. Look out.
Nice. I wonder if there's actually a game that kind of goes that would kind of explore into. Imagine all the weapons we could make in a video game if we didn't have to. If we had inspiration from weapons that we didn't have
Oh, Jesus, don't get me started.
This
Right?
a Vietnam vet friend. He was telling me that when he was there, they used to have artillery shells that were filled with like flechettes. Yeah, that's what it's flechettes. And they were also I believe proximity detonated, so they would airburst over the area. He said, more or less, it was so effective that they didn't find bodies.
Good, I suppose. I take the good news in stride with the bad news. I don't know, man. Not a freaking thing.
We used to have, like, I want to say we used to have a lot more cruel weapons during that war. Because I remember it was a documentary. And they were talking about the various weapons that the attack doctors carried, and the unguided rockets. Some of them, they weren't loaded up with explosives. They were loaded up with a bunch of, nails. So you fire the rocket, it shoots out all these nails, peppers an entire area, look crazy. And I thought someone, like, flechettes or whatever, things like that were actually prohibited by some type of treaty or something like that. Because at the very least, I want to say cluster bombs, the old school cluster bombs are actually illegal these days.
Soldiers, just like us. We can take them. Ignore the fact that he's gonna next, that we can barely even damage him. You know, that's a common thing that me and Scott have been discussing, is that you just had, like, an enemy that just keeps firing and keeps fighting you, even though they're so hopelessly outmatched, it's not even a competition. I.e., anything that isn't a Gundam against a Gundam.
Unfortunately, I can see that easily happening in the military.
Continue.
It's because, like, there's that kind of that culture of, like, don't give in, don't give up, that sort of crap. And this, the sad part is that I've had plenty of NCOs where they'll just stick with their ways because they think it's best, and they basically won't listen to reason to an extent. And I'm sure they're reasonable people, but the problem is that it's just their leadership style, you could say. Like, no, it has to be done this way, and it needs to get done now. Things like that. And because of that, culture, like, they kind of just tune out, like, other people do, try and tell them, like, we can try to do it this way.
Grab that drill and let's move up.
Grab that drill and let's move up.
Like, here's an example. I've heard shooting. We were doing some training at Fort Leonard Wood, and the training was this. You got a body that's face down, and there's a trap on it. Or let's say there's a body that's face down, and you need to inspect it. Well, they say, like, okay, what you do is that you have one guy, like, basically use the body as a shield as you roll it up in case there's a defender there.
Wow.
So, yeah. So the thing is that I kind of scratched my head, like, and I actually asked the guy, like, why can't we just tie a rope to the guy's leg, hide behind a rock a couple dozen yards away, and pull?
Did he listen?
No, he didn't. He was trying to. I think I caught him in a loop, and he just said, like, he was trying to bullshit excuses, says, "Oh, if you move the leg, you might trigger the detonator." Blah blah blah. Like, dude, we're moving the body to look. I mean, what the fuck's the difference? And the sad thing is that my squad leader, he just looked. He's like, no, we just do it this way. Just ease up. So basically, my idea got shot down because, like, this trainer just couldn't accept, for some reason, couldn't accept the idea that there's a different way to do this. Why do we have to do it this way?
Especially when he hears it from a subordinate. Fucking stubbornness, man.
Yeah, and then I remember there was another guy right next to me, and another guy right next to me, and he's like, he looks at me, he's like, actually, what he says makes sense. Like, I mean, it's such dumb logic that, or it's such straightforward logic that how can you argue against it? Like, I'm not gonna, if there's a body there, it doesn't matter if the guy's like dying or whatnot. I'm not gonna get myself blown up.
Much easier to trigger assault armor with these new controls, though, I will say that. And away you go. There we are.
But just to rant a little bit more, it's kind of part of the reason why I guess I have to criticize the Air Force, because, like, I know it comes down to beating a dead horse with saying that they want to scrap the A-10, and I think I have heard of some valid reasons as to why. But the impression I've gotten with the Air Force is that they kind of want to take all their money and invest in all these high-tech toys for whatever reason. And it's like, guys, just instead of trying to buy the latest and greatest toys, how about you actually think a little bit more critically and realize that the wonderful, like, as Yusef pointed out, the F-22s, they're not as badass as you think they are, especially in a rainstorm.
Vulture going high.
Let's see, I think one of the, I don't know if you guys heard this one, but the Air Force was talking about how they were planning how they could offset the A-10. If they retired the A-10, the Air Force was thinking they could replace that capability by making, like, smarter munitions. Sounds good and all, but if you make a, I don't know, a fancy, thin, stabilized, super smart bullet, isn't that going to cost like a couple $1,000? Because they have that. They have an artillery shell that's like that for the Army, called the Excalibur shell. And the source was saying that for each shot, those things cost like 81 grand.
Nice.
A locker key. Well, that's not something I was expecting to find right now.
Keep them off the drill. It's almost there. Dive bombers! Bomber!
Boost forward. And there we go. But Cross, what was this, like, overboost or frontal system you were talking about?
Bomber incoming!
In Armored Core. It appears he is not here. Initiating Plan D.
Oh, fucking no.
Archer's team was armed to the teeth. There should be some spare hardware lying around.
Scorpion! Get on the Vanguard. Open that gateway. Someone grab that drill. We need the Vanguard to open that gateway.
Oh, it's Cross, man. I haven't heard him for a little bit.
Bomber incoming! Protect the Vanguard! Going hot. Dive bomber! Bomber up high! Look out! Keep them off the Vanguard!
Good job, Sith 1. You've breached the inner wall. You should have a clear path to the Ark now. Archer said something about 3 control towers taller than the other obelisks. They extend a bridge that leads into the Ark.
Oh, this is what... Oh, wait, shit. This is where the fun begins.
Shut up, Anakin.
No. Shit. Shit, 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 shit. Okay, we're good. We're doing fuck. Okay, we're good.
They're dive bombing!
Not loud.
Vulture online. It's digging!
God, I hate this area. Okay. How'd you put that there, Infinity Ward? Why, you fucking dumbass.
Heavy armor inbound!
I have returned.
Hello.
Hi.
Still streaming?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, let's see what's in one of these lockers.
I can put this to use.
Shit. I'll take this arc, though. Okay. Ah, God, I don't like it. I don't like it. Fucking tentacle sounds. Ugh.
Celebrity Ash.
I have an extra arc just lying around here. Can I put that on my pistol? What do you mean it's not valid for that weapon? It totally is valid for that weapon. You can put it on a pistol. It's just like you have to get the damn armory upgrade for it. But that's pretty dumb if you ask me.
Wait a minute, what upgrade are you trying to put on a pistol?
I'm trying to put an arc on a pistol. That sounds really odd out of context, doesn't it?
I have no idea what an ARC is. I just assumed it was an acronym.
Yeah, it might be an acronym. I don't know.
I can make something with this.
We could make something with this.
Oh crap! That's right. That's right. The 14th was when an animal doll escaped.
Well, thanks for the armor-piercing ammo. I actually could use that. Fuck. I do not like this. And if I did like this, well, I wouldn't be liking it.
I can make something with this.
Yeah, you can make something with this, you piece of shit. Okay. Only ghosts could make me afraid of heights in a video game. A grip? What the fuck was that?
Nice.
Oh, hypno knife.
Son of a bitch. Sons of a bitch. That doesn't have to work.
What in the fuck is that in the background? Moving your mic around is not a response.
I thought for sure I had it muted.
That's not an answer, though.
This is some anime shit, what do you care?
Why would I not?
Vulture, go.
Because you hate anime?
Because
We've
that's
known this
kind
for years, Killer. This is not a secret.
It's not a secret, but I'm just saying whatever that was in the background sounded odd, if you ask me. Okay. Fucking aliens.
Part of me really wishes I could get a capture card for my PS3 so I could upload, but at the same time, this thing's like on the verge of death.
I'm actually pretty sure the PS3 is very restrictive when it comes to recording. Like, you have to get like an extender, some shit, I don't know. Or
No, that's dumb. Oh well.
I don't know. PS3 is very odd.
Limited.
Not necessarily, but yeah.
And nope.
It's got a security feature or something, I don't know.
Halfway there.
Oh.
Hostiles on the drill.
Oh shit.
Vulture to full. Scorpions incoming. They're attacking the drill. Over high. Look out. Time bomber.
Archer found
That's gonna be an interesting time.
she made a deal to guide him to the Ark, but was killed during the assault.
Oh shit. How are we supposed to do that? No! No, 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 no.
Hey, Mecca.
Yeah? What's up?
Okay, so here's another quick question regarding like a little corporate thing. Imagine this. Imagine that you are... Imagine that there are two subsidiaries of two separate corporations, but these two subsidiaries are but these two subsidiaries still have like a working relationship with one another and are able to work with one another well enough.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say would make them strong? Having them be two subsidiaries of two rival companies and just have a working relationship with one another, or rather, one of them gets very weak and so they're forced to split off, but then the other subsidiary ends up breaks off as well, and they all form their own corporation. Basically, would you rather two subsidiaries, or would you rather the both of them to form into one corporation?
I was saying, in real life, murders happen all the time just because when murders happen, like, what's that most recent one, like Sprint and T-Mobile, they merged together because they realized that, I mean, it's kind of straightforward thinking, but they merged together because they realized that with their coverage, that they had a better like, customer base as far as, more or less, like, theoretically, a mere monopoly of the entire cell phone business, or cell phone market.
So basically, it's better if a subsidiary merges with another one to become a corporation than to just remain as a subsidiary.
It just depends on the circumstances. Like, there's a lot of factors involved, but it has to be like, this is me talking out my ass. I'm pretty sure that when corporations think about merging with each other to make a bigger thing, they have analysts on both sides just trying to evaluate the pros and cons. Because not only do they look at the end game, but I'm pretty sure they look at like how well has this business been done, how does the business model work, how do they look at this level, how easy can they integrate, and then they have to draw plans and see if they can make it work. For instance, I've seen hospitals get bought out. Actually, this applies to any company. If you've noticed, any company that gets bought out by another one of the first things that they do is that they never ever lay off the employees that they have, because if they did that right away, it would A, cut in their profits, and B, they wouldn't have a management force or whatever that could learn as to how things work, because at the local level, for whatever, it's always different. So my theory is that after they buy out the corporation, after they learn how things work, then over time they might make like personnel changes, but it's kind of subtle. Like, I wish I could give you like a better, more concrete answer, but
that's good enough. I asked this because that's technically how one of the corporations in For Answer starts. In Armored Core 4, there was a subsidiary of Raelianard called Aquavit, and for GA America, there was a subsidiary called GA Europe. And GA Europe and Aquavit had a working relationship with one another, and they were both subsidiaries of different companies. At one point, GA Europe tries to break off from GA America, and they end up getting attacked. And this ends up starting the war in Armored Core 4. At the end of Armored Core 4, Aquavit ends up getting destroyed, but the majority of their members end up joining that GA Europe, and GA Europe becomes a full-blown corporation. Is that a win for GA Europe, but a loss for Aquavit, or what? I don't know. That's a very oddly specific question, I know.
Hey, the good news is that it's a fictional universe. So you don't have to worry about the consequences too much. And honestly, you know just as well as I do that anytime there's a conflict between whatever entities, like, the results are unpredictable. You can take a guess as that, hey, this country's going to win this war over this one because of, like, they have sheer number of resources. But
not like a war though, but it's like, is it good that GA Europe is able to form with Aquavit, but it's bad for Aquavit because they're they got destroyed and they had to merge with GA Europe. I don't even know how to describe this.
Partnerships and survival of the fittest.
I guess. Shit, GA Europe lost the least in the Lynx War. They got a lot of its members from Mafia to form and they were able to form Taurus, a new corporation.
Isn't a Lynx a type of mech?
A Lynx is the name of the pilot.
This looks useful.
Oh.
Like a pilot, like anybody who pilots a next armored core is a Lynx. Anybody who pilots a previous generation armored core is a Raven.
Oh, okay.
And Link is just, you know,
A souped up Raven.
Yeah. Hell, do you know why they're called Lynx, Mecha?
Yeah, because they're linked like hardcore into their freaking suits, aren't they?
They're linked into their mech, yeah. The higher your AMS compatibility, the more in tune you are with your mech. People with very high AMS effectively operate the thing like it's their fucking body.
Titanfall would like to have a word with you. So Titanfall is very anime, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, definitely. It literally takes from the original Gundam series.
Oh.
Minus the time travel elements.
There's time travel elements?
Why?
I mean, why?
Why would you remind me of something so trash, Cross?
What's so trash about time travel? You got a problem with time travel? Are you saying
I
that
have
all
a
time
lot of
travel?
fucking problems with.
Are you saying
I
that
have a
all
lot of
time
fucking
travel
problems with
movies suck, AJ?
90% of them do, yes. Time travel as a whole is an absolutely terrible plot point and should never be used unless either your story revolves around it or you know exactly what the fuck you're doing. And neither is almost ever the case.
What do you think of Avengers Endgame?
I have a lot of issues with Avengers Endgame. Like, from the perspective of its characters, some of the journeys and like the action and all that stuff, yeah, that's good. But the time stuff is so fucking confusing and just weird, and it doesn't make any sense.
Not really. I think it makes more sense than Back to the Future. I like how it handles it the Terminator way.
Not the biggest fan of Back to the Future, honestly. And I do like the idea of having alternate time. When it comes to time travel, alternate timelines is significantly more easier to explain than time traveling back from the same timeline.
Because you can open up a bunch of plot holes if you do that.
Oh yes, so many plot holes.
Like Sonic 06's time travel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, this is why I like it. Yeah, this is why I like the Umbrella Academy. They're doing time travel and alternate timelines very well.
This is why I have to watch
me.
Do was I you? Last I checked, I was talking across.
You're still in my stream. And I don't like
I mean, at least he didn't do the Nicolas Cage,
But my main, like, especially when it comes to time travel, like, yeah, Endgame has so... Endgame's explanation isn't bad, but it still leads to so much confusion, and it still leads to a ton of plot holes despite that.
You mean the part where, you mean like when, was it Black Widow killed herself, and they go like, some brings apart, why can't we just travel back in time and fix that? They just say, no, that can't work. They don't give an explanation.
I would say, not even that, it's like, it'd be more like, how the hell did Captain America do that whole thing at the end?
And I'm just surprised they didn't do an extra scene where, you know, he goes there and it's a freaking Red Skull.
Yeah. Nobody ever
bitter rival throughout the majority of the comics and in the freaking first movie.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to see that shit happen. Like, hold up. I'm like...
Yeah, like, that's a massive hole that was just there, and it's like...
What, him going to meet Red Skull?
Yeah. You know,
I don't think that's a hole, I just think that's something we should have seen.
Yeah, something definitely should have seen, because I'm pretty sure as soon as Cap sees him, he would be on site for start wailing on him.
I mean, I don't necessarily think so.
Well, wasn't the Red
Yeah,
Skull
something
just
we should
stuck
have
there or
seen.
something?
More importantly, how the hell did Captain America go throughout all these points in time?
I mean,
Like, as far as I know, we specifically had to have people going into separate
Great, I
points
can
in
use this.
time, and that's why we had that major group that were going from one point at a time. Meanwhile, Captain America just went to every point in time all at once. Like, that's something we definitely should have seen. Hell, we mind like an
it's a 3-hour movie, dude. I think it was long enough.
I wouldn't mind it being 4 hours if we saw that. That last hour would have been interesting.
I mean,
But,
not
well.
gonna lie, the extended versions of Lord of the Rings were amazing.
Yes, they were. Thank you,
I've
Crawford.
never watched Lord of
And
the
it would be
Rings.
even better if we saw them in theaters. Like, I would have been like, all they had to do to really save the issue of it's too long is put the fucking intermissions back.
But yeah.
I was about to say that the problem, like, I get where you guys are coming from with the long movies. The problem is that they're trying to make movies for money, and most people just don't have that level of tolerance. And for instance, like you guys, I mean, you guys are hardcore nerds, love all this stuff, nothing wrong with that. But you got the majority of people where we'll take MCU. They see every single MCU movie, and they'll consider themselves like hardcore Marvel fans. Like, no, they're not. They're just watching what's convenient. If you're a hardcore Marvel fan, you would know like every single comic from A to B, or A to Z, I should say.
This is true. I'm a fan of the MCU, but I really can't get my time into comics, so I don't really consider myself a Marvel fan. I'm more just a Marvel movie fan, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I don't give a shit about comics.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
But
saying.
yeah, here's another issue. Yeah, you want to know there's another game that I'm very neutral on when it comes to time travel?
What?
Cross, you're gonna kill me.
What?
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Archer
That
says
part at the this is gonna go bad, and I know it.
AJ, you do realize you're about to reveal the major spoiler in that game right now on live, right?
99.9% sure that nobody that watches Killer watches Final Fantasy VII.
now.
And
Damn.
if they do, I'm 90% sure they would have seen that spoiler already.
Well, here's a question. If the game's been out like 4 months, I think people probably know by now.
Yeah, because that literally made the internet fucking explode with this ending.
Yep.
Yeah, I know Archer. I know she's lying, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Don't listen to that witch. She's one of them.
The scripting
Yeah,
prevents
she is.
me.
Activate the terminals. Hurry.
Alright.
But anyway, so when it comes to time travel, okay, first of all, I'm completely ignoring the idea. I'm completely ignoring the fact that basically things may or may not be changed in this remake. While most people just wanted the original story to just be remade and be told, but in a better light. I'm ignoring that part. I'm ignoring I'm just going to be ignoring that part. My main thing when it comes to time travel is that, like, first of all, there's so many different things that Sephiroth can accomplish with time travel, and it never is explained how the hell he did it. I'm really hoping they give some sort of explanation at some point in one of the next Final Fantasy games. And it's a little bit unclear because, obviously, though, the next Final Fantasy VII games haven't come out yet. But it's like, okay, how is Sephiroth even here? Why are all these events changing so suddenly? And more importantly, this stuff about fate and destiny is just like, wait, what? Like,
Well, it's
this
the
was
same
not
thing.
part of the... Yeah.
Well, the fact of the matter is that I still agree with the theory that it is now Sephiroth.
99.9% sure that's not the case. I'm pretty sure the future is. But yeah, I can guarantee there's not two Sephiroths.
I think there is. I really think there is, because something's weird about the final version of Sephiroth. He's very different than what I was expecting to fight.
Yeah, he's nowhere near. Yeah, I get that Sephiroth is nowhere near as cruel here, but at the same time, all of the party knows about Destiny, and Sephiroth's even asking Cloud to defy their destinies together, even though Sephiroth knows that Destiny favors Cloud. It favors Cloud. The only person that doesn't favor is Aerith, but there's a specific reason for that.
Well, he's still, the thing is, even though he's still favored by fate, he's still destined to die.
Yes.
He will eventually die, and Sephiroth will eventually take over the planet. The one thing that people, which ties into another theory I have, that I'm pretty sure the meteor fall in 15 was Final Fantasy VII's planet.
Yeah, there's just so many different connections and shit, but we are gonna have to see that at the end of the day. But like,
Yeah.
the thing is that like, I don't know, it never really. That is something that they never actually touched upon in the Final Fantasy VII movie in Advent Children, but like, Sephiroth's just gonna keep coming back forever and ever, and eventually, when Cloud dies, Sephiroth can take over off the planet again. And nobody ever covered this, so why is Sephiroth here? I mean, shit, if Sephiroth was the type of person that had the ability to time travel, couldn't he time travel forward? And thus couldn't he time travel forward where Cloud was dead and then take over then?
Remember, storylines don't always have to use good logic.
See? This is my issue. I don't mind if there's at least a couple logic loops here and there. But then there's stuff like this where it's just like, wait, what the fuck? Just time travel gets so damn confusing so easily, and it's so hard to not mess up.
Sure.
Watch out, hunters!
That's why I think time travel should almost always be like a last resort, unless the story will also do it.
Yeah, but I think also, like, even though I don't know how it works in the movie, I'm pretty sure that's probably the only option left for Eric to try to make it save everything.
Hey AJ, you know what? I think we should have time travel in our thing.
I will exterminate your bloodline.
My
In the
bloodline?
mood.
I will kill all your bloodline.
I mean,
I will make sure that nobody with your genes will ever be born.
You know,
ever again.
You know, I don't think I need you, Archer. I don't really feel like I need you. Like I appreciate your help and I appreciate all you tried to do, but no, fuck you. I'm taking the Cortex. I'm getting my ass out of here.
Do you say you're taking your Cortex?
Yeah, the Cortex.
No, I thought Gore is involved. Because I was asking that because I was scratching my head. Like, what the hell does a rain poncho have to do with anything?
Hey, did we get the new PS Plus games for this month yet?
I forgot about that actually.
Because it's still Call of Duty and still Fall Guys.
Besides, what's even the point of time traveling in Ace Combat 8? It's like everything's been settled. The only reason you could want the time travel
Dude, I was joking.
Did you say time travel in Ace Combat 8?
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I just
I
said
was
that,
joking.
yeah.
I was joking because he's saying time travel is dumb. So I was saying we should put it in
back
Ace
in time to
Combat
save
8.
Chopper. That's a genius plotline. Yeah, write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Nice one. It's not a reference.
I'm gonna. Well, you know what? Time travel is honestly, I think, in my opinion, a cop out in most modern movies.
I even thought it was a cop out in the remake, if I'm gonna be honest.
Well, they did it very interesting way. Like again,
Interesting
we don't.
way by making it so vague that nobody knows what happened in the ending.
Well, the thing is, it could still. The thing is, it may not even be time travel.
It's time travel, dude.
It's time travel.
Well, listen to my theory on this.
See,
So-
that's the thing. Theories. It's all theories. There's no concrete explanation.
Game
That's
theory.
mysterious. That's just fucking lazy.
Well, I'm saying it also could be pretty much Earth, the planet knew what was up and went and basically sent a message to past Earth. Or it's not even time in the same sense as we're thinking. It's said looping time.
Okay.
like it could just be the plan to be like, yeah, we've gone through this each time and each time it turned out very bad.
Oh my god.
Let's try to fix this shit.
Come on, come on! Alright, let's get the hell out of here!
You know what? You know what game kind of just like destroyed their entire plot lines completely?
Ace Combat 7?
Star Ocean 3.
Finally, alright, I got through.
Because their plot literally makes the original two games completely confusing. Like, wait, what?
Oh, okay.
Everything was a lie.
Everything is a video game.
Wait, everything was a video game in Star Ocean?
Yes.
That is so stupid.
Well, the thing is, the main plot, the plot continues there
Directly to the Exodus launch site.
to them breaking out of the game into whatever the real world was supposed to be, and fighting the world's computer boss.
Give me options, General. What'll it take to win this war?
The war is
That is
Like
so
the
beyond
dude who
dumb.
wanted to delete the game because it got too rampant and too out of control
within 200 hours.
was the final boss of the game. I'm like,
Left in the
huh?
playbook. Scorched earth.
Then it's over. For all of us.
The ancestors survived the last apocalypse.
Oh, and literally the only way they survived the world being deleted
Of our own.
was everyone believing they existed.
Right over there.
Was forcibly believing that they existed.
The power of belief kneels to nobody.
Okay, well, considering that I just beat Awakening, I feel like that should probably, I should probably mention that, since that was the point of the stream. So, I beat Awakening solo. That was stressful at the end, and I did end up dying once. But, I gotta wait.
Well done, everyone.
Hey, let's be fair
play right now.
Hey, let's be fair. The power of imagination should never be underestimated. Why? Because where do you think where do you think weapon designers get their inspiration from?
He's got a point there.
I mean, think
But
about it.
that just begs the question.
Oh, go ahead.
No, finished up. I was going off topic this time.
I was gonna say, if you think about it, they made cluster bombs illegal. So what they do? Some scientist goes like, well, if we make them guided, they won't be illegal. So that's what they did. Now we have cluster bombs that can take out entire tank divisions.
Well, no.
How do we make these things not illegal? Make them guided. Genius.
Exactly.
So has anyone played Fall Guys yet? Is it a good game?
It's something.
That's something.
No, it isn't.
Is it comparable to? Is it as bad as
You're going to say Fortnite, aren't you?
Fortnite?
Yeah, maybe? I don't know. I that's kind of too soon to determine, but I played it and I don't think it's anything special.
Okay. I play right now then.
Okay, you think I should play Exodus? Should I play Exodus?
Yeah, do it.
Do it. Okay.
Do it.
Alright.
Oh my god, he ripped through me so fast right there. I am dead. What was I doing? I was not paying any attention. I am gonna die because, yeah, I'm an idiot. Oh my god, I ran right into a fucking Gatling gun and I decided not to dodge. Good job, me. What the hell were you
Hey,
thinking?
Killer.
Yeah.
I bought a airplane hangar.
In GTA?
Yes.
Oh. Huh, cool.
Model gunshot weaponry.
So I'm in the mood to actually play some GTA. You want to jump in with me?
Jay, you don't speak for me. Anyway.
Oh, I can though. I just did.
Well, because honestly, how about this? Since we're waiting for Cyber to come back in, why don't you jump in on my standard heist?
Sure. Where? Okay.
Because I'm currently doing. I think I'm on Series A right now.
Do you have other people to play with, or do you gonna do it with randoms?
Do it randoms, but if I have a teammate, like we can get it done easier.
Okay. All right. Well, in terms of the stream,
Stay frosty. Price is right. Good day. Good night.
This is Callsign Blaze. Have a good night.
This is Andy Rogers signing off. Look forward to the next chapter of Fractured Fates.
I've just become obsolete, I suppose. Okay. See y'all later.